How many recognize there are a lot of web development companies in Vancouver? Okay. Everybody's got a web development company. It's crazy. So anyway, we hired this web development company, and of course, we sat down, we have multiple meetings, and they give us a proposal, and we go through that, and they give us a budget, and I hire them. And they promised at the time that they would get the website done in about 3 months. 3 months. And it's going to cost about $25,000 or so. Okay. Now, by the way, e-commerce sites are expensive. They are very, very expensive. Do you know why? Yes, Nathan. Security, yes. Also? Different backend, because there are different platforms. There are a lot of different platforms out there like Magento, Joomla, or Business Catalyst. There's so many, Shopify. It's just so many platforms. Just even through that process, going through, okay, what platform we want to use, how it's going to work, how does it integrate with what we have now, because we have a physical location in Langley, store. So all these questions. Anyway, we hired this firm, 3 months, 25 grand. That's what they promised, right? Take a guess at the end how long it took. 1 fucking year. And how much it cost in total? $85,000. $85,000 in 1 year. And it's finally done, and then we put it up, and it's okay, and it works, and I do my thing, and we drive traffic to it, and making sales from day one, and that's all good. And then about a year later, we found out there's so many problems and bugs and stuff like that. And guess what? Now we go back, we talk to the web development company and say, hey, you promised me to deliver this platform. I paid 85 grand in 1 fucking year, and it's still like it's got these problems and this and that. And they said, well, we can help you fix it. It's going to be another $20,000. I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So we fired that company. And I found another company, which is a good company, to help me do that. So I just want you to know that even with me, with my experience, it happens. It happens. There's so many, you can't tell good from the bad or what is good, what is bad. I think what makes Ali unique is his understanding of the different types of platforms. Because you notice most web development companies, they usually specialize in one platform. They only do this platform, Magento, or they do this platform. You talk to them, they say, oh yeah, no, Magento, the best, period. It's the best. Because it's all they know. They talk to the other guy, no, fuck Magento. Shopify, man, this is the best. Because that's all they know. And then you talk to the other guy, no, and then you talk to 5, 6 of them, then which one is the best? No clue. And then you have to go through it, and you have to do all the testing. So I think when you hear Ali's presentation, you get a sense, okay, not only he understands one platform, multiple platforms, but because he has the programming background, and he might sound a little technical. So even if it sounds a little technical, I want you to pay attention. What do you want to do? Yeah, pay attention, because that's going to save you a lot of money. So please give a big warm welcome to Ali from TI Web Solutions.
Hi, everyone. Following what Dan just said, yes, that's true. Website estimation is really hard. Just had a friends called us, about 3 weeks ago. She used to have a web development company, and she called me and said, Ali, you know what? I'm shutting down the company because they had the wrong estimate. And they passed me the customer who caused them bankruptcy. Then it is happening a lot. Then I'm not surprised when he say, okay, where's my clicker? All right, let's start our presentation. We want to have an efficient website. Your killer website is supposed to kill something. What is it supposed to kill? Competition. Customer resistance. Exactly. When we are talking about an effective website that kills your customer resistance, to go to your next level of marketing. To go to your next level of marketing. Wow. Then there's a marketing involved. Yes, there's a marketing involved. Every one of us knows about this ADS marketing system. Attention, interest, desire, action, satisfaction system. You know, when you push them toward taking the action, then keep them satisfied, you call it the money circle. You want to keep them in the money circle and, you know, satisfy them. You know, when someone goes to the money circle, then you need just 1/7 of the effort to sell them again, right? But to explain this, I want to make it somehow simpler to understand. That's the reason all the time I'm using the car terminology. Everyone understands cars, right? I expect so. Then let's think about a car. You're going to a web developer and say, okay, could you build me a site? Which means, would you give me a car? Right? Then you're asking for a car. But this car supposed to go from, you know, give you a ride from A to B. Having a car gonna get you from A to B? Is it possible? If I give you a car, can you go from A to B? Yeah. I don't think so. You need a driver. That's one thing, right? Then just having a car not gonna get you anywhere. You need a driver first. But I give you a driver too. Is it gonna get you anywhere? You need the gas, right? The site is the car. The driver is your web admin who's gonna manage your website. And the gas is what's gonna run your site. But the problem is, some people, instead of getting a car, go with a taxi. Some other people go and hire a monkey to drive your car. Or some other people get a good car, but I don't know how they find a Frankenstein alien to run the site. These are the problems stopping your site from making money. Okay, what I'm talking about. You need a really good car, you need the right driver, and you need the right gas. That's what I'm saying today. Okay. The cars I talk about taxi. When taxi is like, you know, this cloud-based solution. You hearing something like, okay, whatever you spend on a taxi, end of the day, that's not your car. You have to leave it and go away. You just pay for it, right? Then there are platforms, you never own them. You pay for them, and you pay for them as long as you get right. Whenever you want to quit, you can quit, but that's not your car anymore. They own the car. Sometimes you got a van, which is a shared platform. It's a family of 5,000 sharing the same car. Then do you get the best ride all the time? Do you get the best cleaner car all the time? No. You can have your own car, get a dedicated server, right? And that's the way I'm connecting these terminologies. Okay, who am I? My name is Ali Tavaneh. People know me as Mr. E-commerce Integrator. Then my first name is e-commerce, last name is Integrator. My background is software engineering. I was studying my master in e-commerce back in London, 2001. When I got my immigration accepted to Canada, then I left the university, came here in 2004. Went for some web development project management at BCIT. And 2 years later, I was working with a software company here in North Vancouver, developing point-of-sale software. Meanwhile, because of, you know, running few community user groups, I've been invited with few places, including few times from Microsoft, Kaplan University, and other places to be the speaker. But I made my own company back in 2009. I have a team of 12 right now working with me. We serve over 90 different clients in over 20 different industries. And the more important thing for me is that I am involved with the community. Back in 2009, I started with Vancouver Joomla User Group. Joomla is one of the platforms that, which Dan was talking about. It's a platform you can build a website with it. It's open source. It's made out of easily, let's say, 10,000 developers over 20 years. Nobody owns it. It is free, and it's keep expanding and improving every day. Did we have a group in Vancouver supporting Joomla? Not since 2009. Then I started Vancouver Joomla User Group. After that, I went for Magenta User Group because I'm not religiously stick to Joomla. I said, no, everything has to be Joomla. No, Joomla is just a tool. Sometimes you use a plier, sometimes you need a wrench, sometimes you need a screwdriver. Then these are the tools. You do some projects with Joomla, some other project with Moodle, some other project might happen with Drupal. Then we do not stick with one tool. But let's come to the customer side. Okay, do you really gonna go and ask a contractor who's coming to build you a house? Say, okay, could you tell me what brand of drill you're using? Is it Bosch or Black & Decker? You want the result. Then the result can happen with either of those tools. Excuse me. Then I'm saying, don't be too much worried about what platform. Leave it to your developer who knows different platforms, knows the feature. You try to deliver the proper requirements. Because sometimes if I know the requirements, I might be able to do it faster, easier, which costs you less than going with another platform which is required a larger amount of customization. And guess who's going to pay for it? Being with the community, I all the time love to share the information and teach. That's what we're doing in these events, right? Those are meetup groups like Vancouver Entrepreneurs Group. Then trying to deliver this information, actually Dan gave me this good idea. Oh, why don't you put this information in a book? That's the reason right now Dan and I writing a book about e-commerce insider. But what information you can expect from this book is, I said, okay, we have to go and talk to the bigger guy who has the most successful websites. They're really making money, and find out the secrets and bring them out. That was the reason within last almost 5 weeks, we interviewed these companies. Then we talked to the managers, web admins, site administrator, e-commerce owners at London Drug, Lululemon, Best Buy, MEC, EA, and these are the guys we already interviewed, and a lot more coming. Then the information I'm delivering to you, some of them comes from these guys, and there are some which you're going to find it in the book. Actually, I received an email earlier today from Josh, Best Buy Canada web administrator. This is exactly the line I copied from his email. Now I can reveal the super secret project that they're working at Best Buy. They're going to talk about these super secret, things, which some article came out about it, but you're going to read about it in the book. Okay. All right, sorry. It said 3 simple rules for an effective website. What are the 3 simple rules for an effective website? Any idea? Hint. First one, clarity. Second one, clarity. Third one, clarity. But clarity in the purpose, the design, and the navigation. These are the areas you have to be super clear when you're designing a site. When you're building a site, you need to know what's the purpose of this website. Because if someone got into your site, within the first 5 to maximum 7 seconds, they're going to decide, are they going to stay in this site, or they're going to go take the default action. What's the default action? Move the mouse to that square with the X in it, close, and go to the next site. Right? Default of a sample of a really good, clarity in the purpose. This is not really an old website. As you can see, you got Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram in it, which means it's quite a new site, within the last 2-3 years. What do you think it is about? You're already looking at it in about 20 seconds. 25. 30. I'll just tell you that the name is Tommy Yummy. Did you get the idea? Clarity of the purpose, right? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. What was it about? Her. That was so clear in only 3 seconds. In 3 seconds, you understood what was it about. That's it. Then, when you are designing, when you are building your site, first of all, think about who's the target market, who you are making the site for. You might selling toys, then do not ask me to design a site that a child gonna love it. Because the child is not the one who has a credit card in his pocket. Then who's the target audience when you're building a toy website? The mother, the uncle, the grandpa, who gonna buy the toy, right? Then if you're designing a landing page, if you're thinking about writing a success story or putting a product on your site, they all have to have this consistency following the same purpose. You cannot confuse your visitor. Then that's the reason I want to talk about the 8 top mistakes usually people make when they design a site. Number 1, call to actions. I'm really, really surprised when I'm going to a site and there's absolute no call to action to it. What's a call to action? Exactly, a specific action you want your visitor to get or to take or to do. We do not just do what you want unless you ask, right? If I'm expecting get $100 from him, there is no way he can understand it unless somehow I ask him, okay, could you give me $100? Could you buy this one for $100? Could you give me your email address? Could you please give me a call? Can I have your email address? Then there's a call to action. But the call to action has to be designed based on your target audience. When you're defining the target audience, first thing I want you to think of is the 80-20 rule. You're not going to design a call to action for everyone. You designed the call to action for that 20% of your target audience who's going to give you 80% of your revenue. You're going to consider the gender, age, wealth, the average basket size of the product you sell, the average price of your product. Then these are the things you will think of and say, okay, you know what, then this is my primary target audience. I'm targeting men. I was talking to a lady here earlier. She was designing a business for new brooms who wants to propose, right? Then when you define in such a kind of business, you know exactly, okay, I'm talking about men in this specific age range who has this kind of education. If it's not a specific range, try to limit it. Don't say any education. At least you can say anyone has, a university degree. Anyone at least has a high school grade 12, right? Then that's the way you define your primary target audience, because that's the one who designed the site for. Then we design the site for that 20%. What about the rest of them? We call them a secondary one. Then when you define the secondary target audience, I want you to follow the same 80-20 rules. Then in the first primary one, we targeted the 20%. Then we have 80% of your prospect, your market share. Inside that, think about the next 20% as your secondary one. Again, the same thing, age, gender, wealth, age, the basket size. Try not to have the overlap between these two groups, right? Maybe the group one is the prospect who wants to buy your product. So clear, they've never been a customer, they are a prospect. Secondary one is a current customer who is looking for a service, support, right? Then try not to have any overlap between the primary and secondary one. Anything left out of these two groups, call them others. Again, these are the other audiences. We care the less for the others. Why? When we're designing a site, for example, let's imagine you want to put a slider on your website. And you want to have like 6 slides. Each slide has a specific target, call to action for one of these primary, secondary, and others. Then, obviously, the first slide is targeting primary one. Then first call to action, first slide is right talking to the primary target audience with the primary, toughest, most important call to action of your site. In 2-3 seconds, because they look at the site, maybe the person who's walking to your site is not the primary one, it's somebody from the secondary level or secondary group. Then they gotta look at your site about 4 to 7 seconds before they switch, right? Then before they switch, in 3 to 5 seconds, you're gonna show them a second slide, which is a call to action for a second primary group, right? The secondary target group. Then the first slide for primary, second slide for the secondary one, third slide is for who? No. Third slide gonna go back to the primary one. You want them the most. Then primary, secondary, primary, others, primary. Because those are the most important people. They're giving you 80% of your money. You can't ignore them. Then that's what I'm saying. All the time, think about the primary target audience first. Second mistake, bad or low quality photo. This is one of the worst thing people doing to their website. When you are talking about the photography, There are lots of things to think about. There are lots of small things to take care of. The lighting, the resolution of the picture, the scale, direction, showing the material, If you don't show realistically what material I'm buying, is it metal or is it wood? Is it plastic or is it glass? What's going to happen? You will end up with lots of returns. If I cannot see the product details, I'm going to buy it. Probably you're going to give me a free shipping. And in your term and conditions, say, okay, you're going to pay the free return. I'm not going to buy one. I'm going to buy 6 of these shoes. I can choose one of them. But when I get them, oh, you know what? This is not the way it was in the photo. Return it back. Right? When it comes to the actual photo coming to the size in a matter of, the image size and a file size, that's a different story, how you might make your site slow and something like that. But this is an example from a company you already know in the city. If you've been in Vancouver, definitely you know Charlie's. This is their website today. Sorry. Yeah, it's legs and kiss and lips. Sorry, this is the Valentine web page. But do you really want to get any of these chocolates? When you see them on the site, the quality of the picture here, are they consistent? Do you really can see the scaling? Then this kiss style is really larger than this leg one or this, flower vase. Then there's no consistency. This is the photo somebody took with just a mobile. Why do you want to take a photo with your mobile and put it on your site? Even if you give me these chocolates for free, I don't want them. Simple things. From the same product, you can get this. This is talking for itself. This is a professional photography. Proper direction, proper light, no extra background, no reflection, no, corners in the picture. This is a chocolate you want to eat. How you can get it? $40, $50 you can buy a light box. I saw people turning their laundry basket to a light box. That's how easy it can be. By the way, you don't want to do it, because the photos are so inexpensive nowadays. I'm going to talk about it in the next another slide. If you have a professional photo even taken, be a bit creative. Yes, this is a good light, good direction, but is it good enough or you rather to see it like this? Think about the composition. Give them enough details. The way you really see it if it's in your hand. Nowadays, sites like iStock Photo, Fotolia, $1 Photo Club. You just search spa, boom. You can get hundreds of professional spa photo. Anything you can think of. By the way, I have all the slides already uploaded to our Facebook page. Then if you go to TEI's Web Solutions website, Facebook page, you can download them right now. Next mistake, ease of use. How easy it is to use your website in different aspects. Do you really want to push me to fill a form again? Do you really want me to create another user and password, which you're going to forget it and you force me to put the capital and letters and this and that? I already did it with Facebook, with LinkedIn, with Twitter. Give them a chance to log in with those things. Don't limit them to a specific payment or system. Give them different choices. The more choice you give them, the easier you make it, the more conversion you're going to get. Then think about people comes to your site because they need to find something. Whatever you want to sell, whatever you want to provide. Give them a chance to find that something in different ways. In my own company, my team must be able to make it for minimum 7 different ways. Because not everyone thinking the same way. All of us has different behaviors. Somebody likes to go through the search because I don't have it, I want to buy it now. Do you have it? Yes, no, thank you, bye. Some people might have a chance to go through, navigation, click here, browse it. I'm just looking for a special offer. Could you tell me what do you have on offer, on a special offer? That's it, I want to see the special offer. Or you might land it through a Google search in the middle of the site. Where am I? What I'm doing? Where is it? How can I navigate from here? Where can I go forward or backward? Then give them these choices. Give them these options. When you design the navigation, think about this thing. Where am I? Where I'm going? If I really want to contact you, is there any contact us? Don't become super creative to just using crazy names, right? When you're designing your navigation, thinking about global navigation versus local navigation. What I'm talking about. Global navigation is the menu system you will see in every page of your site. Because you cannot put everything in the same navigation, especially if you have a large site. Usually, the maximum is 7. The best one is, you have between 5 to 7 menus, maximum 3 levels of depth, right? Can I put everything in it? Sometimes you cannot. Then you're going to take advantage of local navigation. You click on this, then suddenly a specific navigation comes up for this page. It's called local for this global. Then think about the local versus global navigation. Don't make it super busy, crazy. Next one, analytics. Learn how to use analytics information. This is really bad if you cannot understand your numbers. This is worse if you never look at them. And probably I'll have to kill you if you do not collect them at all. It's just a 2-minute job to start collecting the information about your website through Google Analytics. I have a simple case here to review with you. It's a real case, a customer. Because I was visiting and talking, actually meet this guy over a meeting like this. And we talking, I said, why don't you make a website? Why you don't make this e-commerce site? And his answer was, it's not worth it. Why should I pay $5,000 to $7,000 to someone to build me a site? Because it's not working. I'm not selling. I don't have that potential. I said, okay, let's look at your numbers. These are the numbers. He said, I have about 60 visitors per day coming to my site. Only 60. And you know what? Because I'm giving away free samples, yes, I get about 36 requests for a free sample per week. Because it's free. They're filling in the form and say, send me a free sample. I asked them, okay, how much is the average product price? I said, $30. Okay. how much a repeat customer might buy it, how many times, they might come with this. Sorry, I forgot to click here. How many times they might buy from you in a year? He said, probably they might spend $400 a year with me, based on each package has hundreds of these liners and they keep using once or twice a day, then probably they're gonna spend about $400 a year. They don't need more, okay? Average basket size, $55, because they buy this, they might add this and this. Then he said, because of this, it is not worth it for me to spend $5 to $7,000 to build in a site. Is it correct? Who's agree with this guy? Who's not agree? Why not? Can someone tell me why not? No, I want to talk about only this, same site. I want to see what he's missing. That's what I'm saying. Numbers never lie. All the time, rely on your numbers. Learn how to do the calculation. This is the way I look at this business. You have about 21,000 visitors a year. In average, you're telling me you're going to have a value of $400 per every one of these visitors, but not all of them going to convert. Conversion rate for an e-commerce website is 0.01%. That's realistic number. Then don't imagine 10% of the people going to your website going to buy something. If you get to 0.01, you are lucky, right? Then stick with that realistic number. You're already missing $84,000 a year of the actual sale. He's not doing it. And his margin in average was 45%. Then he's missing realistically about $40,000 real cash in his pocket without doing any e-commerce, no CRM, no marketing, just this site. Is it possible to make the traffic from 70 per day to 300? Easily, because there's absolutely no, marketing. There is nothing. If I can make that traffic triple, what the number do you think we are looking at? He is missing $336,000 business. With that revenue, he's missing $150K per year. Then you tell me how crazy he is if he's not spending $20,000 to collect that $150,000. This is the way you're going to analyze your website. Look at your business. Look at the numbers. Collect your analytics and understand them. When you look at the Google, you want to know what this means. Then what is the average traffic per day to your site? How many of them are new visitors versus the returning? Here, you want 50-50. You don't want a 70-80% new visitors. How about tomorrow the Google algorithms change and you don't have any new visitors coming? How you want to make money for next week till the Google change the algorithm again? You need to understand the session versus the user number. You have to understand these terms. Because a user might use in different browser on the same computer, but same user. Google can tell you this. Then when it comes to the session versus the user, these are the numbers you can collect. You want to know how many pages in average they're looking at. When I'm seeing 4.8 and they're spending about 2 minutes on a site, in average, there are people coming to this site. They are not bouncing back because the bounce back is only 40%. Who knows what the bounce back means? No. I know you know it. You're in web, but someone else. So, okay. Let's leave the question answer for last because I have too many slides to go through it, but I have QA at the end. Bounce back is when someone comes to your site and just leave right away. This is real bounce, like a ping pong ball. Bing. Pardon me? It's just saying they came through and they left. How many seconds? There are different pages in analytics you can find those numbers. Usually when you click on each of these graphs, it gives you more details. There are standards in every industry. Next one, social proof. I have this difficulty, especially with this older generation, senior guys, when it comes to social media. Say, I don't need a social media, it's for younger people. Why do I need social media? Well, I'm not going to Facebook. And this is how I answer them. Do you want to go to this restaurant? Or you rather to go to this restaurant? This is the social proof. When you look at a website with a higher traffic, higher Google rank, when you look at the number of the reviews, when you see the number of the likes, when you see people talking about the business in a blog or blogs, this is the social proof that you need for your website. Do not underestimate the social media. Marketing. Wrong marketing strategies. You get the customer, comes to your site, but you never think of, okay, how can I keep them satisfied? How can I sell them more? If you're thinking about your marketing, think about you going to, for example, the old Future Shop. Because they were in a commission, they try to keep selling, right? When you go to this furniture shop, you buy a couch, first thing I say, oh, do you want to buy this tea table, this bell, it goes with it really well. How about the light? Do you want the light too? Then do the upsell. Provide the related products. Come with recommendation. You're buying a sofa, how about this cleaner? You need it. Then think about how you can sell more. Because they're already on your site, they're already taking the action specifically for the people who already took an action in your site, how you can sell them more. Selling to someone who already took an action, take 1/7 of the effort to take the action again. When you design the landing page, you can have different strategies. This is a part of your marketing. You want to create the white pages. White pages is usually a really valuable information, a training, a chart, a checklist, an auditing system, which you give away for free, almost free, because you get their email first, then you give them for free. Right? That's a marketing strategy. Or, you bring them through the SEO, PPC, Facebook ad, or anything. We had this discussion over our table earlier, talking about, okay, how do you know if the red works better than blue for this site? First thing first, you only rely on numbers. Numbers never lie. But we don't have numbers. Shall we go with blue or red? Okay, we can generate numbers. That's called A and B testing. There are solutions that you can test at the same time, blue and red. Because you don't want to try blue for 1 month, then red for other months. because this is, you know, hockey season and there was snow and, you know, something going on, then people never go to the site. But here is another season, another month, or, you know, it's a Christmas time, then everyone might want to buy. This is not realistic estimation. Which one works the best? You want to test them at the same time. There are solutions for that. Then talk to your professional web developer, ask for A and B testing. There are solutions that can send you randomly a blue one or a red one and keep track of everything. And end of the day, you'll rely on the numbers. Did the blue convert better than red? Seventh, updates. Who knows a car that I can buy today, which I never want to change the oil? You know, I never want to change the wipers. I never get a flat tire. I'm never going to install it. No way. Your site is the car. You have to keep maintaining it. Otherwise, you're losing the speed. You keep adding these things to the site, suddenly you come up like 20 different call to action slides. I saw it many, many times because they don't update the site. You're losing or you're changing or shifting your target audience, then you have to update the site with the new direction. If it's a Valentine, then your target audience might shift it since last year you changed it for Halloween. Then keep updating the site. Test it. And make sure you can audit your site by yourself. I have 10 minutes. I try to go faster to be able to get to the end of this. Standards. There are standards in some sites. Do not try to break these standards. When I'm going to a site, by default, I'm expecting clicking on the logo, go back to the homepage. If I'm looking for a search, I usually look for a search on the top right of the web page. Then don't become super smart and try those Frankenstein aliens guy. Because you've seen some terms on a site, you never can understand, what does it mean? What's going to happen if I click here? It has absolutely no meaning to me, this menu items. And try to keep the balance on everything. When it comes to, registration versus unregistered. What do I mean? Sometimes you go to a site, depending on your business, you have to think about it. Do I really want to force people to register on my site to give them a product? Or can I let them just buy, give them money, go away? Think about how you can keep this balance. There are solutions. You can keep them both. Think about when you design a poll or you design a forum or running a live chat on your site for support. Follow again the standard fields, the standard solution. How you can learn it. 1, look at your competition. Look at other sites. 2, listen to your web developer. Probably they know better than you if you're not a web developer. One of the biggest mistakes people never think of is the data entry. Lots of people never see this data entry, how big it could be. A simple dress shop. Who's in clothing and retail here? Only one. A simple clothing store has easily about 7,000 SKU, unique barcode number. Because this shirt comes in different sizes, and each size has different colors, which causing this shirt become like suddenly 25 separate barcodes. Usually, 25 separate data entry. Because I want to show the red as a red, blue as blue, white as a white. I don't want to show just the white dress for all the colors, right? If you have the photo, description, details, category, everything ready, in average you need about 7 to 12 minutes to do one product data entry to your site. You don't have them, you want to create the photo, you want to write the details, go minimum 45 minutes. Times 7,000 product, you do the math. Don't underestimate the data entry when you are thinking of your site. Because on top of all those, labor costs, you will end up to some duplicate effort. Because it's not just a matter of putting the product on your site. You have all this product on your site, which never gonna finish. You have to keep adding new product. When something's sold out, you have to take them out. Right? Now sales happened. Somebody else has to sit down and type the order back to your accounting software to adjust your inventory, have a reporting. This is the duplicate effort sometimes people never see at the beginning. When you're dealing with humans, we make mistake. I had a client sold a $2,000 ring for $20. And they realized it when they're packaging. How this comes at 20? Somebody forgot 2 zeros? Oops, exactly. And because of this human involvement, usually there are delays. A product comes to a store, you're selling it today, but till it goes online, it takes like 4 days because till you get a chance to put it online. We sold the last one, we don't have it. I keep receiving emails, take it up, don't sell it anymore, we don't have it. Delays. Solution is integration. You want integration. You want have a solution. As soon as you put it to your inventory management, you press save, boop, product goes to your site. Sales happen on your site, you're receiving an email, order 123 came from John Smith. You should be able to go back to your POS software, look up the 123, and see the order right away. This is taking out all those data entry time, all the human mistakes, all the duplicate effort, because you already have everything in your inventory management and POS software. And not only you want it on products and orders and customers, you want integration on every custom fields you have. Your loyalty program, your custom field, your gift card. You want your physical gift card become a payment solution on your site. Otherwise, what's the point if I cannot use the physical gift card over the online website? Which is a big deal for lots of e-commerce sites nowadays. Because these are separate solutions. Yes, you can pay with Visa, you can pay with MasterCard on the site, but sorry, we don't have it implemented yet. You want to use the gift card? You have to come here. Oh, sorry, you're in the other country? Sorry about that. You want integration between your site with your other solutions. When you're generating a lead, you don't want to receive an email and then sit down and type in your CRM. You want an automatic integration to your CRM. When the sales happen, you want automatically goes to your accounting software. How? Through APIs. Not only you want to do it with your own staff, you want to integrate with your service provider, with your vendors, with your suppliers. You are serving a customer who is selling hardware, computer hardware. This is a really hot market, price change almost every day. They are buying a hard drive from 6 different suppliers, and they want to make sure how much they have to sell it today to make sure they are competitive. Then they're already integrated with these vendors. Every day, about 7 a.m., the start automatically connects to all the suppliers, get the best price and their inventory, okay, this is the best price. This is 100, 105, 96. Okay, 96. We want 35% margin, 35%. This is our price. Oh, how many they had? 10. Okay, 10. As soon as they finish the 10, well, what was the next best price? Change the price. Sell it. This is the kind of integration you are looking at to be competitive. Because when you're going online, you need a really calculated pricing strategy to be competitive. Then think about the full 360-degree full integration between your store, your POS, shipping solution, your site, payment processing, everything. That was the pricing strategy that I was talking about. Remember, when you are online, you don't have lots of overheads. There's no rent. There's no utility. There's no insurance. Then why don't you be able to reduce sometimes the price, but you have to keep the balance between, raising the price or reducing the price. There are strategies. Then, roadmap to building a site is design your marketing system, have your online strategies, design the blueprint, get feedbacks, and then start building the site. I've seen lots of people just start from the fifth step and going backward. I'm more than happy to do that because usually we will charge you twice for that. You go up, then coming back down. It is really, 3 simple rules. Clarity, clarity, clarity. As I said, first slide. Make sure the customer comes to your site, never get confused. Everything is consistent. The content you deliver is really designed for those target audience. And make the system really easy to get to the call to action. It is really easy to make money online. Believe me.